place, or for any time and place, depending on how you're defining things. Fortinbras makes a better one. Then you need to analyze Fortinbras almost as much as Hamlet and Claudius. So that one, I think there's only about 2 paragraphs on Fortinbras, and it really needs to be more if you're going to go with that third character. You can do a third character. I mean, as long as it's logical, I don't think Ophelia would really make a very good ruler. But yeah, if you want to say Fortinbras in the end, Shakespeare chooses the right person by having Fortinbras win it all, but then you still need several paragraphs, not just 1 or 2, several paragraphs kind of analyzing why Fortinbras makes the better king, or maybe throughout the essay. So, you're looking at Hamlet, you're looking at Claudius, but as you're doing this, and while Hamlet did this, but remember Fortinbras is doing this. While Claudius did this, but remember Fortinbras is doing this. Or you could probably make a case for Horatio. I don't think Ophelia would make a very good king. I don't think Polonius would make a very good king either. But I mean, maybe you could convince me. So who's doing topic 2? You're doing topic 3. And you're doing topic 1A. I think actually topic 3 is maybe the easiest one. You kind of get away with a little bit more on that one, just as long as you're not boring. Right? So this scene, I would do this exactly like this, and then I would put the bowl down, and okay, why would we put the bowl down? So 1A, I think, is a good topic. It will lead to a very literary, definitely a literary analysis, but sometimes I think it's more of a challenge for students than topic 3, where you can just say, okay, I'm going to play Claudius. Only 2 people were here when I talk about this, but here I'm going to play Claudius, where he was actually, and it doesn't have to be very dramatic, but it can be something kind of interesting or quirky that you want to do, just to make it a little bit original. So I'm going to play Claudius, and this isn't original because, as I was saying, the Alec Theater did this. I'm going to play Claudius so that King Hamlet was actually his twin brother. So not only did he kill his brother, he killed his twin brother, and he is resentful for the fact that he was just born 10 minutes before he would have been king instead of. And so here's the way I'm going to portray that. I mean, it's difficult to kind of portray. Then your acting kind of needs to, you need to kind of explain how you would do that. And there are ways around that. Maybe you could, like there would be a painting of King Hamlet, and you would, during certain scenes, you would go to it and stand next to it, and maybe there would be a mirror and a painting of King Hamlet, and you would like that, so the audience would kind of get that more. Besides the fact that the actor would also be playing ghosts. So just kind of how would I do this? Same thing for Gertrude fell in love with King Hamlet was off the war a lot, so Gertrude fell in love with Claudius, and while she didn't know that Claudius killed her husband, she was in love with him long before King Hamlet died. And so, how would you play that? Probably you would play that so she's very affectionate. She's like a lot of public displays of affection during it. She looks on. In this scene, I would play her so she doesn't have a lot of lines in this scene, but in this scene, I would play it so she's always looking at Claudius adoringly. And then the real for that take on Gertrude, who probably, when Hamlet finally tells her that Claudius killed King Hamlet, then that she has an almost mental breakdown in that last scene. That would be my most dramatic scene, and I would play it like she has a mental breakdown, and she can't take her back, that she's a man that she's in love with killed her. So you have a lot of you can play around with topic 3. just, just as long as you kind of do an in-depth analysis of the character, or your interpretation of the character. Just give us a sense of how you apply that. So questions? That was a rough draft.
If we decide to change, if we can, the topic, can we? Because I know I already gave you that, but can I, let's say I want to go home and change it right now, can I email you a new works cited rough draft and say, I want to do topic 3 or 2?
I just want to see that you know how to do a works cited.
Okay.
So you can turn yours into 2. I just want to make sure that you know how to do it. Even if I'm saying, no, you can't use this, you have to use.
Okay.
You cannot use Cliff Notes, you need to use something else.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you can do that. No, you're still welcome to, this is not a contract where you're 30 on Tuesday, but if you guys are here today, and then all next week, I said that you could turn it in that evening, like around 10 on Tuesday, yeah. If you want to, run less, make my meeting on Tuesday. Did you ever find your sources?
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll take it
I'll take a finish up too.
Yeah. I now realized coming to this class that I did it wrong, so it's not right. But it is a book.
So what is
the source that I use.
I know, how did you get there?
I went to the library, and then I went to the search engine, but I realized that I was supposed to use the databases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen this book?
Yeah. Wait, no. If I what? Would you ask me?
Have you opened up the book?
No, because there's a lot of sources that I'm really thinking about using. I think I just changed my what I want to write over anyway.
Okay.
It was just a source that I was.
I mean, there are some electronic books that you can actually open up and read, but they have to be checked out. So, for instance, Google has a kind of online library, but the thing about that is that a lot of times, unless the book has there's certain thing with copyright laws that after a while no one holds the copyright. It's just it's a common book. So for instance, actually Shakespeare's plays or no one owns a copyright on Shakespeare plays anymore. You can own you can own the book, and you can certainly own an introduction to that, but the play itself, it's in the public domain. Okay, so you can find that all on there. But books that have been written recently, it's not in the public domain, and so like Google will sometimes have books that you can look at, but if you pay attention, you'll see like every other page or every third page is not there because they can't give you the full. Yeah, they'll give you a sample, but they can't give you the full book. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like search engines on the actual sources for like Play Store and stuff like that, if they lead you to a book, they can, aren't they mostly open?
Some of them they can. Plus, the library has ebooks. So not only our library, but also like the Houston Public Library has ebooks, and the Fort Bend County Library has ebooks. So as long as you have a library, but you need your library card number, and then you can check it out, and you can just read it electronically. And it's like the one thing about that is that only a few people can check it out at a time because it's like you have a real book. Okay. Full text. So that's another reason why and you're welcome to use JSTOR, but sometimes I'll just have the abstract, which is essentially the summary of what the source is. But some of them only carry the full text, which is sometimes what JSTOR might have like if you just run a search for Gertrude and Hamlet, JSTOR might have a lot more, but a lot of them won't be the full text. Whereas Literature Resource Center is always going to have full text.
Yeah, like, one of my found in the journal, so, I'll do it for all day, but, yeah, every single book.
Yeah. And you can stipulate that, I'm pretty sure, I haven't been to J store in a little bit, but probably a couple of semesters. It says full text, so.
Okay, I wasn't logged into that, I just went straight to the slide.
Oh, yeah, you can log in, yeah, you'll see it. Yeah. Yeah, so you have to be logged in. You have to go to the site and you have to give your library number, yeah. You even have to do that. You didn't used to, like, just a year ago, you didn't have to do that, but even if you're on a laptop on campus, you still need to give your library number. It's only, actual computers on campus that will go directly in. If you're using your own laptop and the Wi-Fi, then you have to give your number. So these cost money, and that's another reason why if you just go to the JSTOR site, you're not going to get things. 'Cause it costs money for them to give the full text, and so it costs libraries money to have these databases. Yeah, so yeah, you should be able to get all that. Yeah, okay, this is a poem.
All of the same review, are they just literally reviewing?
Yeah, I think most of them are probably going to be reviews of production. And then some of them also might be review of books. So like this looks like a book. Or maybe it's a play called Work. And then it's going to look a little bit stranger than what Resource Center is, but it's also going to highlight the words you were looking for. So you want to. So you also have to cite within the essay itself. Now, if you're using something like JSTOR, what it's going to do is just, this is the way it was originally published in the original journal. So you would just go ahead and use that page number. Literature Resource Center, there's two ways you can do it. It can send you the way it was originally published when you email to yourself, You can set it so it looks like this, and then again, just use the page number. If you're just using it the way it looks on the, if you're emailing it to yourself the way it looks on the screen, not here, but Literature Resource Center, then probably the best thing to do is use the paragraph number. So PAR period and whatever paragraph number it is. But, you know, this, if you have something that is 10 pages, it's not, again, not fair. You're always trying to be reader friendly. It's not fair to your reader just to say, okay, somewhere in there, find it if you want to. That's why you need to give some way for them to narrow down their search, either by page number or by paragraph number. So with every time you quote or you summarize, you need the last name of the author and then either page number or paragraph. All right, I want to look at these. So why don't you guys, so the sample essays, pull those out, and you're supposed to have read yours and switch with someone in the class. There should be 3 floating around, and I'm afraid I don't have any more copies.
One.
What do you have?
Fortinbras, the rightful king of Denmark.
Another from Ross, right, looking at them, what do you
Oh,
have?
that's what I have number 2.
The only people who came today were the ones who had Fort Ross reference to Denmark, is that it?
That's the one I had.
Everyone decided
So I think
tonight.
I only passed out 6 of them. So.
Yeah.
Can I read it?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it.
Which one you have? Is that the sample? He has a
What do you
different
have?
one.
The other one's not titled. So we have one not titled one, that was a really good one. And we have,
I think it was this one.
you didn't bring one, do you remember which one it was?
Yeah,
It was the untitled one.
it was the one about who was the king of Denmark.
Did you bring one?
I mean, for sure.
Okay, did you read it?
We all have the same one.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go make another copy of that. And we need to go with my box. So this is gonna take about 10 minutes. So work on your essay. Everybody has something to work on.
It was supposed to write for 10 minutes. I'm going to do it right now, because I forgot. I thought we were going to do that in class.
Anything about the sources and topic?
Huh? You didn't finish the book?
We watched the movie like 17 times last year. How do you do it? Yeah, and that, maybe I'm not going to right.
You gotta go to, I don't know if I can just make it. I found it in my,
Oh, gotcha. How do you get to the database? Like, I mean, I'm trying, I feel like I'm not getting to it right now.
Well, you need to get on the computer, because I could tell you, but it wouldn't. You got to get on the agency website. You got to go to libraries, and then it'll take you right there. Just give you options: books, database, internet, and all this stuff. Because on the phone you can do it, but it's not gonna give you the same format. I mean, it can, but it's, libraries. Let me see if I can show you. Look, when you're on the website, you wanna come and look? When you go to the main website, library right here.
I think that she should let us know.
There was 2 people in here, she didn't let us know. Like,
Wait, one day it was 2 down
you
here?
know, it was me and her
What?
for like 30 minutes.
Today, it was just me and her, and then y'all came. And she was still talking, she was talking to us, and I'm like, there's only 2 people here, so I just walked out here. Okay,
Yeah, I haven't missed a class, so.
she didn't make y'all stay the whole time? When it was just y'all, so she made y'all stay the whole time?
Well, I was here because I haven't missed one period, but
Oh.
yeah, I've seen this class like it's 3 people, 4 people. This is like a lot. I haven't missed one class.
Did you-
So,
she said-
so look, you click here,
Yeah.
it's gonna take you here.
Yeah.
Databases. And if you're at the house or wherever you're at, I'm logged in, so I don't have to log in anymore. But when you click that thing, do you have the student
No.
card? Then you're not gonna be able to get on here.
See, that's my biggest one.
At the house, it's free, man. You should go. Right now it's too late, but you can go downstairs and say what you want. And I think it's like $5. I'm not sure how much it costs. I don't think it costs anything. That's free. Take a picture. They give you the ID card. Pretty much, if you don't have that, you can't get on here. But if you go to the lab downstairs in the library, if you do that, once you click databases, you go to the L. Literature Resource Center, where you want to go. You type in Hamlet, wherever you're looking for. See, right here is when it's going to ask you to log in with that code. That's what the one asking for. Proceed. And then you type in Hamlet, or you type in whatever you think you need to, right here, to type your essay. It'll show you critical essays, it'll show you books, it'll show you reviews, book reviews, movie reviews, and you click that, and it'll show you like a full text. I'm saying once you get on here, it's easy because you click that,
Yes, I was
and
trying to.
at the bottom it'll cite that thing for you, so you ain't got to worry about creating this from scratch.
Yeah.
It's all right there. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I cheated. I cheated on you.
I choose to do
No. I said, well, we sold out.
Actually, somebody said that this place you can go and you have to Google it, but take a look, I'm finding the ages, type it properly or something.
I do know that was like this. That was part of my head trouble.
I looked on, I didn't know what the second was. She didn't even tell us.
Wait, you have black pencils?
Yeah.
Oh.
I see like right from her.
Oh, because this is people that classes.
Yeah, I just want to get
Really good.
I hate her because she is so annoyed now. Like, she always forgets something.
I learned more from YouTube.
Yeah.
What have you did the homework?
No.
Alright.
Yeah, because when you have to make the homework, if you go there, it's like each problem it'll say watch it. Sometimes the problem that they do is the exact same problem as the problem.
Yeah, because she keeps on saying, oh, it's not doing so.
First she said it
May
was,
4th.
Yeah,
that's
first-
like, I'm just trying to do that.
she was like,
Hey, but it's a lot, so.
Yeah, I saw it.
it's 22 a time. Because I counted just to be sure.
I need to get a TI-89 because those all
I do
everything.
need to check that.
Those all everything.
Yeah, my boyfriend's mom teacher, so she just got that back for me. I don't have to buy it. One class is so stupid. She always makes mistakes.
I like her because she said that, I mean, she gave her a lot of leeway, like, she said she's gonna, the finals gonna replace the close, that's great.
Yeah, but what professor don't do that?
She don't.
A lot of
She
them.
don't.
Okay, she said our grade, our essay 3, and whatever you got for essay 2 or essay 1, she would have had, what's that called?
Oh, yeah, she did do that.
Yeah, like,
Okay, so if, let's say I got a higher grade on the first two, and I should get a terrible grade on the third one, was she gonna keep the old, she gonna keep the old grade?
oh, no, your essay 3 is just gonna be an essay 3, right?
No, no.
Yeah.
So the essay 3 is higher than your essay 1 and 2?
No, if essay 1 and 2 are higher than 3,
Yeah,
she gonna
essay 2
say
is essay 3.
Yeah, but if you get a lower grade, your essay 1 or 2, your essay 3,
No,
that makes no sense.
I mean, she gotta be fair, you can't have all the grades.
Essay 3, like if I just did that on the first two, it should, you know how the third one replaces either one? Like so if I got high grades on 1 and 2, would any of them replace the third one?
I don't think so, it's only the either one or two.
What's
It's
lower?
It's lower.
Why, they think you got a back in essay 3?
I got like B's in the first two.
She said that a lot of people in terms of essay 3.
I'm certain.
Damn. But she don't take off points because, hell, if she do,
Yeah, if
If
she
you
got
take
like
off-
2 weeks,
if she take off points, her whole class will fail because the back of the class doesn't like you.
there's one kid on math. I think he's on math.
That's something we right.
You're right.
That's something to share right there.
So topic 3, and even if you're not doing topic 3, go ahead and read it. I want everybody to read all 3. Did not make any more copies of rough representation. No exchange. No credit. You can take one home with you, but I mean, I want you to read all 3 today.
Okay, that would be back. And then we can come back.
You can, I mean, I could probably let you take 2 home, but just, I mean, I want you to read all 3.
I'm just gonna take a picture of it.
Whose, source presentation is on? You just need to come with white, for instance, have you read Wilson Market?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so right away in that introduction, she explains that, that, right away she explains the reason for this in 1990, New York City, is because the business part, because the neighborhood ambition. So it's usually where we're going, because it's space, wherever, but you have to have a reason to think. Steve, weren't you going to give me an overall graph for who's watching?
Yeah, it's on the forums if you want to check it out.
No, but like for the entire play.
Yeah, that was like overall watching for the entire play.
It's still by app though, right?
No, it's on the. I did a new.
Yeah, open it up.
Yeah, right to
Oh, okay, all right. All right, so group two did what they were actually told to do. We're happy about that.
Thank you.
One does not, like every single group was supposed to at least add their names or
At the end of to what?
to their presentation. That way their names on it.
Like, to what part of the presentation you did?
No, just in general, no one wrote their names on the, like, how.
And group three was, I forgot what, group two was gonna give me that. Group three owed me some corrected graph.
Got this, man. Got this. Group 2. We're done, man.
Group two did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, we're done. Hey, thank you.
So that's, for the rest of you who are not in group two, that is there for you. It's in two different things, it's in two different documents.
What's
So
up?
you have to use one of them.
No, we got that. I was, yeah, you know, like when you would say something, I'll elaborate, you know. But besides that, I went on, you go online and I put all of our names. You know how last time she said put your names on it, everyone's names. And we forgot to put the overall watching, remember? So I did that on there, so we're good. We're done, like, she's happy about it, so that's good. Hey, everybody player. It's fucking up.
So you can just be, okay, this one is like this. You need to put clips, to hit the clip. Yeah, it had to be turned towards that.
So we got that out the way, man. It's good.
Yeah, and anything from group three. Every single group needed to fix a graph or something, supposed to be for
It was names and
That's right, so you guys, yeah, so you needed to, you needed to go back and fix,
oh yeah, and fix the graph. that
the
graph.
count, because there was a few things that were off, kind of going in or out.
Oh, yeah, because we did, yeah.
Yeah.
You said about, like, someone will still be on stage, so it wouldn't be fair.
Right, so it ended up that Rutherford and Jonesford were in the play more than Claudius, but they play your account. So I mean, I can't remember which probably okay, yeah, some of the ones where you can kind of in and out, get in and fit. And then everybody, and I said you could get away with not printing out, because you didn't have enough printouts for everybody, you could get away with that only if you put it online. Really, we really need it like within a day or two because,
So everybody can work on that.
yeah, because, yeah, you need to use one of the presentations in your research paper.
I have those, I can go to work.
You do it, we'll bring it in on Tuesday, write a note on top of it, with fully understanding you need to rewrite it. But you were ready to turn in something on Tuesday, by Thursday.
Okay.
Anybody here from Group 3?
Or,
She is in group.
So, yay, Group 2!
Oh, I would love to see what you come up with.
You need to put it on your side of things.
I have a question about the one about directing, or like playing an actor in the paper. Would you prefer for us to use 'cause I know it said you can use secondary sources, like the ones, that I presented, but would you prefer, since it's gonna be pretty much based on how we're gonna do our own version of certain scenes of the play, for us to use, is there a limit on the sources, on the citations we can use, like
The number?
parenthetical references that we can include?
No, there's not a limit on the number.
Okay, because I don't want
The
to.
only thing is I just don't want your own voice to be overwhelmed by the.
Yeah, so, because would you prefer to do it like by like an act per paragraph? Or, because I know there's like a lot of scenes, so would you like prefer us
It
to
depends
make?
on who you're playing.
Okay,
But if you're playing Hamlet, you're not going to tell your reader every single scene that Hamlet
Right.
is and how you're gonna play it. It would essentially need to be, so going back to my example of, I'm playing Claudius, and I'm playing Claudius as if he's actually,
Oh, I see.
and the reason I came up with it is actually the Alley did a production like that. They didn't make as big deal of it as I am. They just had the actor playing Claudius also played the ghost, so it looks
Mhm.
like they were twins.
okay.
So if that's your take on it, okay, so I'm playing Claudius, he's the twin brother of Hamlet. There, and so one of the reasons is because he kills Hamlet is because he's been jealous of that 10
Yeah.
minutes that.
He was born first.
Yeah, exactly. So,
That's if you were like directing it in your own way, like that's how you would portray. That's how you would have
no,
Claudius
that's if I
be
was
played.
playing, if I
Oh.
was doing it as an actor.
Okay.
So my thesis would be, this is how I see Hamlet. Sorry, this is how I see Claudius, and I'm playing this twin brother. Therefore, I will also be playing the ghost. But for now, I'm just concentrating on Claudius. So you would just do the main scene. You wouldn't do every single scene that Claudius is in. You would do the main scenes and how you would try to convey the fact that he is that he's playing it. That the emotion that is driving him the most is jealousy.
And
And so you probably want to concentrate on, which scenes will best help you to convey that.
and the thesis's main focus would be Claudius, right? I wouldn't be veering off talking about Hamlet so much because I would be doing Claudius, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So if that's who you're playing, Claudius.
Right.
The only, you would definitely talk about scenes where,
Where I would do it a certain way.
yeah, how you would do that. And, I mean, you could get it like if you were doing that. I mean, I'm just going off on this tangent because I'm using this as a specific example, but. The actor playing Hamlet is actually going to look a lot like me, so a lot like my brother, and and so that gets into a whole weird area as
Okay.
well. Just kind of what you are focusing on.
Okay.
If you're playing many times, and another thing you could bring in for sources is how other actors have played this. Like for instance, Polonius, many times Polonius is played as a buffoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen one, it was actually the same production at the Alley, where Polonius was played as a pretty smart guy, except the thing about Polonius is he doesn't have all the real information. So like if he had all that real information, maybe he wouldn't have done what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go against what a lot of other actors have done playing Polonius, and I'm going to play Polonius as where he really is a smart guy, but because he doesn't know, because Claudius is such a good actor, he doesn't have the true information, so that's where it gets messed up.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what I also wanted you to think about. One of the reasons why I showed the different clips is because, and actually that's a good example of the two Poloniuses. I mean, I think that the 1990 Polonius is kind of playing him, the actor's playing him kind of as a buffoon.
Yeah, like mischievous, like clown,
Yeah, exactly. So that one scene with Laertes and Ophelia, he's running after Laertes and just giving more and more just platitudes.
Yeah, because when that mousetrap's on, he's like passing out or like falling asleep.
Right, exactly. Whereas in the other one, I think he's playing a little bit smarter. And so that scene with Laertes and Ophelia, he's right there with them, and he's, and what he's saying, he's playing it like these are really pretty sharp things to say.
Yeah.
Neither a borrower nor a lender be. So it's just kind of, this is how the character is, and this is how we're going to play it. Did you see the elephant or ink one?
I read that one. That's all I was asking.
You weren't ready. Okay, there's a peer edit for the research paper. I really want you guys to try and do a peer edit for, it. We don't have time today here. But I would like you to get someone to peer edit your essay before you turn it in. But the thing that I really want to show you. Go back to the library for a minute. So, under Learn How MLA. So as I said, the Literature Resource Center does your sample for you. I already did Hamlet for you if you're using the book, how you do it. If you got the Hamlet from a website, then it's going to be a little bit different. But the other thing that you're going to need to do is, for your works cited page, is the presentations. So go to the library homepage. Everybody see how I got here? Does everybody see how I got here? Under Learn How MLA. We're in the humanities, documenting sources. There's in-text citations, so that means within the paragraph, but you also want list of works cited. So again, remember that the first thing you need to do is just figure out what you have. So in this case, I want you to treat it as a lecture. So here are all the different forms your research might take. So under audio and visual sources, lecture or public address. Live performance will also work as well. So you just click on that and it's going to take you here. So you need at least one name. Now, if there are only 3 people in your, in your group, then you need all 3. You need to write all 3. If there's 4 or more, you can use at all, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. But you need some sort of author, which is again why I wanted you guys to put your name on the presentations. You need some sort of title, even if it's group 2 presentation or watching, whatever. Where it was, so just Houston Community College, Stafford, or you can do Learning whatever you want to do. I'm going to be real stupid for this. And then the date of the presentation, and then just put presentation. I mean, if you're going to put lecture, that's fine, but presentation. Okay. So we go back here. The other thing I want to show you is, sometimes you kind of have to mix and match these. Authors. So 4 or more authors. It looks like this. So you do the last name first of the first author, first name last, and then everything else you just do as you would regularly. Alan Harper, Chris Eagle. The other thing you can do, however, is if there's 4 or more authors, you can use the phrase et al, Latin for and others. So you would just do the first author and then et al.
Could you include that at the beginning of the actual citation as opposed to the parenthetical reference? Like, you know how you put it et al right there on the parenthetical reference? Can you put that little part, or besides the page number, in front of the works cited, in front of the citation, and then put where you got it from, the book, I mean, wherever. You know the one you just showed us before? Mm-hmm. It had like all 5 names or 4 names? Can I just put...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You do the first name, and then et al. So,
okay.
If you have 4 more, you can do so let's say that you're using this, so this would be legitimately, you could do Harris, Sean, like that, and then ETAL.
Okay.
And then you don't do the rest. The other reason I wanted you guys to put the people in your group is I only wanted the people who actually worked on the project. You know, because there's some listed there that have kind of disappeared or were not here that day. So I really only wanted on the presentation the people who actually participated and worked on that project. So if you just had group 3, you know, I had a longer list of who was actually in group 3 at the beginning of the semester. Any questions? Now, has everybody read all 3?
Yes.
There's a lot, this is only a few. You can take home more than one if you want, especially if you want to see it over. This one is 1B, so it's much more of a philosophical literary analysis. It's probably actually the strongest essay, but it's also kind of the most challenging essay. But if you look at it, all of the essays use the sources pretty well. I did not include a works cited page because a couple of these are 2 years old, and there's a few things that MLA has changed in the past 2 years when it comes to electronic sources, so it wouldn't be very useful for you. As I said, the Fortinbras Rifle King of Denmark, that one is very strong, except that there's not enough analysis of Fortinbras. So if you're going to go with the third person, you need to analyze that person. The Elsinore Ink one is a good one as well. That's a really creative one. The one thing that's lacking is it kind of jumps from Act 3 to Act 5 without, I mean, you can skip some things, but since that person was directing, she needed to comment a couple of times on what happens between Act 3 and the exhibition duel. You know, there needed to be a few things there, so you can't just, I've written 6 pages, let me finish this. Go back and edit some of the 6 pages to get everything in, especially when you're directing, or at least get the highlights. So, questions? So if you're here today, if you're here on Tuesday and Thursday, you can turn in your research paper to turnitin.com by Wednesday.
Wednesday?
No. You can that night.
Wednesday night?
No. I might have given you actually no. 10 o'clock. For those of you who are here today, I'll reward you with till midnight.
Yes.
Just for people who were here today. You guys get till midnight. Everybody else gets till 9. All right, so pick up your presentations, and I'll see everybody on Tuesday. You do have to be here on Tuesday, though, to get that. I will be checking my email if anybody wants to run thesis sentences by me. I have 9. Did you turn in, what's the thing? Done for it. The 2 Hamlet? Compared to 2 Hamlet, yeah, I haven't graded that one yet, so it should be on there if you like. Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, I forgot, what is your,
Yeah, that's on there, 1,700, mid-level. You can go over.